Well, hi again, folks. Once again, Bonnie and I get to talk to somebody that's become a good friend because she's helped so many Van and Bonnie listeners, Misty SOLDwisch of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Innovations. Hi, Misty. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you today?
I'm doing great. It's good to talk to you again. You know, I thought about you the other day because one of the big topics that our listeners have been interested in, and they've called our talk shows and everything, about these new assessments that are going out. And some of them are sky high and some of them are not that bad. But that's got to fit in as a big part of what you do.
It does. And I feel like this past round of new assessments that have come out have caused a lot of hubbub.
Yeah. How did they get those numbers anyway?
So the assessment is the county's way of estimating what your property value is to put together your property taxes and what that is. And the way that they do that is they look at what homes have sold for in the area and they estimate what they see as the market value. They also use a couple other approaches, which is similar to what an appraiser does. They look at replacement cost, and then they also look at an income approach as well. Then depending on the type of property, they determine what the best fit is for the assessment, and then that's what they use.
So I'm thinking, would you rather have a high assessment or a low assessment? Well, obviously people don't want to pay more taxes.
Right.
But I suppose if you're getting around to sell your house, is that good maybe?
Well, and I think the thing to remember about how these assessments work is, you know, the initial assessment that goes out, it's not like it's a person that was behind a computer that, you know, put a lot of thought into,
right.
Oh, here's what I think that Van's house is worth right now. It's a computer model. And so it's not a perfect system, but it's something that is designed to make it really efficient. If you get your assessment and you're like, oh man, like this seems really off, there is a way to be able to have a further discussion on things. When you're selling your home, that is something that people look at, but from our view as real estate agents, we're able to explain to the people that we're working with, a seller or a buyer, that's one piece that's used to evaluate your home value from the county's perspective, but they haven't been inside your home most likely.
And you have. I mean, you...
And I have, yes. And so it is, sometimes they're low, sometimes they're high. That's not the same as what true market value is at the moment when you're getting ready to sell your home.
Yeah. So what's the procedure if you're outraged or you don't think it's right, or what do you do?
You know, we get lots of calls at this time. It's every 2 years that the county will do a reassessment of properties. And we get lots of calls with people saying, hey, I think my assessment's way off. Would you be able to help me? And so the process is you can go to the county and protest your taxes. Mm-hmm. And counties will have a board set up. And this board of individuals that have different qualifications, they will look at the information presented and determine if it's correct or if they don't agree with it. And then after that, there's even a further appeal process that people can take. But it's really important before you do that to really look at what are properties selling for in my neighborhood, what are improvements that I've made, is the information they have accurate?
Well, that's where you have expertise. What houses are selling in the neighborhood and what are they going for? You can get some stats on that.
Exactly. And that's what we will do when people are in a protest stage. We're happy to help our clients with just giving some comparable homes that might dispute. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it validates the information that was put together, and then you just go from there. Now, we do have many sellers find when we start the listing process, we actually do a printout for them of what the current assessment information is, mm-hmm. and the facts and figures that the county has on your home. And we find that a lot of times there can be some inaccurate information. Things like number of bathrooms being incorrect or the amount of finish in the basement, things like that. And
you're right, if that's on a computer model, that's all the computer knows.
That's all they know. And they don't know what kind of carpet you have.
Yeah.
They don't know, like, your beautiful upgraded trim,
Yeah.
things like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
But we have a lot of sellers say, I don't want to tell the county that I have inaccurate information because I don't want my taxes to go up. And what we always say, if you're in the selling mode, have that information be correct. When your home is on the market, we as real estate agents are required by our board, the Des Moines Area Association of Realtors, to report for square footage and some of the different facts and figures. We have to match what the county assessor says.
Yeah.
So if your information is inaccurate, then we're marketing your home based on inaccurate information. And
and that could be stumbled upon sooner or later, and then you're really in trouble, huh?
Well, yeah. And the thing is, if you're in the mode to sell your home, to have that correction made, the fear is that the assessment will go up and then your property taxes will go up. But the thing is, our taxes are paid in arrears in Iowa. So say they get that new information out, the valuation won't go in effect until several months later. Then the taxes, 12 to 15 months after that. So it's not an immediate, like, oh my gosh, my payment's going to go up $100 a month because I got this information out there. But it's important to have that accurate information.
Boy, I'm astounded at all the different aspects and twists and turns of your business, and this just happens to be the hot one of the, lately that everybody's talking about.
It does, and we have a great real estate market right now, and so the fact that everyone's assessments went up, not a shocker to me. Their values have gone up, and so the reason that counties are required by the state to do an overall reassessment of properties every 2 years is because they are required to have accurate information to the best of their ability. So even though it is a little painful if there's been a dramatic change in your assessment because it could have an effect on your property taxes, it means that the economy is good.
Yeah.
And so when it happens the other direction, which we had a few years ago, assessments going down, that means generally bad things are happening in other parts of our economic life too.
Yeah. Well, here you go, folks. Here's somebody that deals with these things day in and day out of all the business that she does selling homes. Misty SOLDwisch of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Innovations, and her phone number is 515-446-4445. That's 515-446-4445 or soldincentraliowa.com. Thank you, Misty.
Thanks so much.